Welcome back.
Welcome back.
To Am I the Asshole?
That was an intro.
It was. It was. Less yapping, more dancing, baby.
I'm just curious what music I'm going to put over top of all that. Or do I? Do I just leave it and just let the dancing speak for itself?
That's a great question. I can't wait to see what you do.
I'll be thinking about it for a week or so.
But you know what I truly can't wait to see?
What's that?
Our ad read!
Ad read.
That's right. You know what it
start
is.
an ad read.
Hey, you know what? We got to have the flow, just like Into the AM does.
Yeah.
With some dope hoodies, hats, t-shirts, branded tees, graphic tee shorts. You know what it is. All you got to do is go to intotheam.com/lousy and you can get you some dope hoodies like this, hats like that, all the shirts you see me and that gorgeous man wearing over there.
Yeah, gorgeous is a stretch. But yeah.
And Sam.
What's that?
What can they do right now?
Well, you know, right now it's still the holiday season, Black Friday. So they're running a sale up to 60% off the entire site. And if you use our code LOUSY at checkout, you get an extra 10% on top of that. So it's up to 70%, which is a lot. So get some dope stuff, hats, hoodies, draws, whatever. And yeah, look good. Look good this holiday season.
Very true. Yeah, no, he took the words right out of my mouth. Intotheam.com/lousy. Again, intotheam.com/lousy. It's in the description and the pinned comment. Also in the description is our Discord link. Join that. And if you get anything, go show it off and we'll give you a shout out on the show. Let Into the AM know that the Lousy Show sent you. We appreciate y'all patronage and helping us, keep the lights on.
Yep. Thank you.
Into
the AM.
We love the brand. Are you rocking the hoodie too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See. I actually, I'm not gonna lie, I just put an order in. They have mystery hoodies running right now as of recording this.
Ooh.
And so you can get them at a dope price. I got that. I got a new tee and I got me some new draws.
I think I am going to put in a fresh order of underwear here soon. Because, like, I've had Into the AM underwear for years now.
Yes.
And like my first, I kind of mentioned this once before, but my first original pair is starting to get some holes where the sun don't shine. So I need to,
you've had them for a hot minute though.
Yeah, they've put in some work. They have definitely lasted longer than more expensive underwear I've gotten previously. I've tried a lot of different underwear because I'm really weird and particular about it. And the ones I used to buy before were like $30 a pair, and I would try to find a sale as often as I could, but they didn't last as long as Into the AM underwear does, and it's a fraction of the cost. So
that's all you need to know.
Yep.
Again, link in the description of the pinned comment. Go get you some today. Sam.
Yes.
It's been a while.
It's been a while since
It's been a while since we've done this.
Yep.
We had a lot of fun the last time we did it.
Yep.
And this time, you can have a little more interactive fun as well. If you couldn't read the thumbnail or just decided to click on a random video and see if you got lucky, welcome. Subscribe, like the video. Appreciate you. Today, we are back with more Am I the Devil?
Scary.
And in the spirit of the year, as this is the last day of November, tomorrow being the very first day of December, and the year is coming to a close for the year of 2024, the year of our Lord. Why not go ahead and do the top 4 of 2024 in Am I the Devil? The worst of the worst. And how you can be interactive with it, all you have to do is this. As you always know, we recommend putting the timestamp on it so we can at least see what you're talking about as far as the comment itself to the story. But whatever story it is, we're going to give our verdict because if you know Am I the Devil doesn't have the typical a-hole, not the a-hole verdict on it. So we're going to give our verdict and you can give yours.
Mm-hmm.
That simple, that easy.
We'll all collectively be the auditors of Reddit. So make sure get out your clipboards, put your name tags on, clock in. We got some work to do.
Oh, my board's over there. I'll get it if we need it.
I got a notebook. It's Darth Vader notebook. It's pretty cool. I like it. I also have a Millennium Falcon one. Shout out to my wife for giving me this. I'm not actually going to write anything in them, but in this,
I have my D&D notes. That'll work.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Even though we're not going to write anything down, but it's fine.
Exactly.
Yep.
But again, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and tag along with us. Drop those comments down below. Be nice. Be nice. Especially to each one of you. We read some of the comments in the last time we did this. Be nice. But throw hands. No shots below the belt.
Be as nice as you can, considering these are probably going to be very asshole-ish people. But like I said, that's what we're here to find out.
Yes.
There's definitely a couple that don't look good.
Yeah, absolutely. And trigger warning now, some of these are bad. We did proofread the titles and at least saw some of the story. So trigger warning here. If you think you may not be able to stomach this one, we'll see you next week.
Yep. We understand. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Sam.
Yeah. This part, though, war never changes. Could you imagine somebody doing this and be like, war never changes?
Fucking Cupid seen some darker days, bro.
I saw the light in a man's eyes go out.
What was it? Oh, was it a Tom Segura joke? Hey, Dad, can you tell us anything about the war? There's no feeling like killing the enemy.
Fucking jazz hands just.
All right.
You count it down this time. I've been doing that for a bit.
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
You and I had the same idea.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Damn.
Yes! That's right, baby.
I remember on right before we started, I was like, all right, last time when we were doing this, we were talking about like, oh, you got to throw scissors the first time when Buck was on. And then we were like, oh, we rarely throw scissors the first time. So I was like, I'm going to trip him up and hope that he goes paper for my eventual rock. But didn't work out. Congratulations, buddy. Go ahead and read that first one as a reward or something.
I don't know if that's a reward, but we'll go with it.
Yep, you've earned it.
Here we go.
It's going to be heavy, y'all.
The number 4 top rated of the worst stories this year, manipulated into cheating on my wife. Asshole.
Now, let's be fair here. Read the actual title that OP put, because that title is from who submitted it to Am I the Devil?
Yes.
So
yes.
Let's be fair.
That's yes. The actual title is I, 28 male, was manipulated into cheating on my wife, 28 female. How do we move forward through our marriage? Hey, Reddit, I'm going through a tough time in my marriage. It all started because recently I entered a depression. My wife and I both have very demanding jobs. Recently, I had a new project that had me working longer hours, and that is what started my depression. Now going through my depression, I started confiding in my coworker about how I was feeling. I thought I could trust her as a friend, but she knew I was in a vulnerable state. She took advantage of my state, and this led to an affair. My wife found out, and we are going to counseling Monday, but this month our marriage is on the ropes. I've been trying to get her to understand my depression and how low my mental health was, but she doesn't want to hear it.
Oh, boy.
There's a lot to unpack here in a very short story.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
And this is where I think a lot of people are going to get really pissed off with what we have to say.
All right, so let's go through the facts real quick. Well, facts, right? This guy's working long hours. He's now depressed because of that. He has a coworker that he confides in. Said coworker allegedly manipulated him into having an affair, taking advantage of this state of OP. And then his wife found out about it. So, what we don't know behind that, how did wife find out about it?
How long has the affair been going on?
Yeah, how long has the affair been going on? How long?
How far did it go?
How far did it go? So there's a lot there. And actually, hang on. Let's see if
I have a verdict in my mind. And I kind of hate myself for it because I know. No, I'm going with my original one. Okay. I have what I want to say in my head.
Yeah, there's a lot of missing context.
I think that there's a very, very valuable piece of information we're overlooking in regards to trying to find all that context, though.
Okay.
I understand depression much like anybody else would who's ever been through it. In your depressed state, you do try to confide in or if you can find that individual you can confide in, it really does become a safety blanket.
Yeah.
However, before I say this, I'm going to reread this one more time. Hey, Reddit, I'm going through a tough time in my marriage. It all started because recently I entered a depression. My wife and I both have very demanding jobs. Recently, I had a new project that had me working longer hours, and that is what started my depression. Okay. That's not an excuse to go bang another woman.
There's never an excuse to go bang another woman unless it's like actual abuse. You know?
Correct.
Like,
and you should have been very open with your wife about what you were feeling, because your partner, at the end of the day, your partner is who you can trust the most. That's why they're your partner. Like, you know, whether it's your, you know, whoever it is, your partner is the individual, especially if you're married. You vowed to that individual to always remain confident in them as they would you, and be their confidant in any situation. You should have gone to your wife and explained, hey, I'm not feeling great right now. I need somebody. I need you. I need you to, like, just hear me out. I need my safety blanket right now, kind of situation. Yes, you were probably feeling open and vulnerable, but that does not excuse you from going behind your wife's back to have an affair with another woman. Period. Shout out to your wife for giving you the time of day to go to counseling.
yeah.
I know we say all the time that counseling is important, and you should definitely do that, especially if your marriage is on the fritz, or you're just not feeling great mental health wise, or things like that. But she had every right and reason to leave. She's giving you a chance.
A big one. Yeah.
A big one. But that doesn't excuse what you did. You're an asshole. Like, yeah, I understand you're depressed, but that does not excuse your actions.
No. Yeah, I agree 100%. Depression is a very real thing. Those feelings are very valid. Definitely seek out some help for that. Maybe professional help instead of a coworker that wants to jump you. But yeah, depression's not an excuse. I agree 100%. This guy's an asshole. Now I know it's a very short paragraph, but another thing that kind of concerns me is a little bit is he's talked about his wife in two sections. And that's, she's very busy, and then she found out. So that doesn't really scream I want to confide with my wife and that I'm looking for excuses. Now, again, I'm adding some context. So this isn't part of the, like I said, I've already given my verdict on it. I'm just for the sake of content at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So like that wording definitely isn't great. Now, I don't want to put too much stock in that just because, it's a quick post on Reddit trying to get some advice maybe. But yeah, this guy's 100% an asshole. Depression's never an excuse.
If I'm being completely honest with you, and look, I want to erase the depression part from this for a moment.
Yeah.
When you allow someone into your life like that, you willingly did so. You did They didn't force their way in. They didn't put a spell on you. They didn't hypnotize you. It genuinely sounds like you and this person have been talking for a lot longer than that, and it just grew so deep that you grew feelings, and now you're regretting what you did.
Yep.
Like, let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might need that safety blanket. Yeah, you might need that confidant. But again, that's why you signed on to be married. You trust in your partner enough to put a ring on your finger to represent your marriage every single day, or however you represent your marriage. We've already had that conversation before. But this screams this has been happening a lot longer than you're leading on.
I'm in the original post so this was originally posted to r/relationship advice. I want to read some comments here and see if there is a little bit more context just real quick. If you're cool with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if OP ever responded in here. Not looking like it. Just on the big quick scroll.
Yes, they did.
Did they? Can you read that out?
Yeah, so I'm looking at his original post, and I see here, let's see. The original comment that I'm seeing here was from Thank Tink. Do you see that? It's a long one.
How far down are we talking?
I mean, I went to his page. Just click on his account and you'll see. Yeah, it's the very first one he responded to.
Gotcha. Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So the first one, the first comment specifically, I'm gonna see the full discussion. The first comment there actually says, oh, "Come on, Reddit, load." Are you kidding me? There we go. Comment thread. That's what I want. They said, "I am glad to hear you that you two will go to counseling. I guess what you experienced was that you got kind of emotionally dependent on your coworker and feel like she took advantage of that fact." And then goes on to explain, like, trying to give some relationship detail advice and whatnot. But OP responded saying, "Thank you for your words. You were right. I was in a dark place and allowed myself to be emotionally dependent on my coworker. My coworkers started suggesting we hang out outside of work, that this was inappropriate. I let my guard down because I really wanted a friend at this moment. I think what allowed me to open up to my coworker was the fact that she noticed my depression. She pulled me aside to the break room and said, I'm not the same, and asked me if I was okay. I told her I was, but she kept pressing and I felt like she cared. You're absolutely right. My wife isn't the blame. She is an amazing person. I should have communicated to her. I think I have learned from this, and I hope therapy helps me with my communication skills." So there's two problems there. Yes, you need to work on your communication skills, but two, you need to know how to decipher between someone being a friend and someone being a lover.
Yeah.
Because, look, as someone who has openly stated, I don't care if you are a guy, gal, or non-binary pal. If you needed someone to talk to, my ears are open. I will gladly listen. Sam has known that about me for a very, very long time. I will put myself into my own detriment to make sure that other people are okay. That never and once in my mind has occurred to ever try and go bang someone for letting me in.
Yeah.
And vice versa. Like, that's just an excuse. I'm sorry. I'm calling a spade. That's an excuse. Yeah. Yes, depression does like really bad shit to you, but that is the purest definition of an excuse when you say, "Oh, I felt like she cared." Yeah, you know who else cares? Your fucking wife.
Yeah. I like how there's a lot of comments on that, like OP's response. The first
Yeah.
one sums it up pretty well. Almost everyone on the sub, the first step is to stop blaming your coworker for quote unquote manipulating you into an affair. You need to hold yourself accountable. OP. Okay, but
Yeah.
like, yeah, he's definitely deflecting, which I mean, that's something that happens with depression, but like that's still 100% not an excuse. You need to take accountability for your actions. Basically, you just need to look your wife square in the face and be like, I fucked up. I'm really sorry. Let's fix this. It won't ever happen again. If you want it to happen like that. But
and don't let it happen again.
Yeah.
Like, there is the follow-up to that, the post, if you will. Don't let it happen again. All right.
Yep.
I say asshole.
100%.
What do y'all say? Let us know in the comments.
Yep.
Moving on to story 2, or actually technically the third worst of the year.
Yep.
Sam, you're up.
This one's another doozy. On Am I the Devil, it was why won't married women have sex? Which actually that's what it was called on r/divorce_men. So interesting. Why won't married women have sex? I don't understand how us men can give women the entire world and all we ask for is 5 to 10 minutes in the bedroom. I'm reading what they're saying. I'm not saying this. Is it too fucking much to ask? Seriously, is it too much for 5 minutes of their time? I just gave you 8 to 10 hours of mind slaving away at a job. Oh, sorry, 8 to 10 hours of mind slaving away at a job to put a roof over your head. Can you please give me just 5 to 10 minutes? Women are the laziest things on the planet. Oh, well. Oh, well, I need you to have an emotional connection or it hurts and I need a rest. Oh, I'm sorry. 1, you're lying. 2, if you aren't lying, then you're cheating and already getting it somewhere else. 3, if it hurts, then use your hand. I don't care. I told that to my boss that coming into work doesn't feel good for me emotionally, and he didn't care either. But I guess it's okay for my work to, I'm not going to say that in layman's terms.
I'm afraid, Sam. I'm afraid.
Whoever decided that a wife giving 5 to 10 of her time is some insurmountable task that has to be earned by doing tasks equitable to obtaining the Congressional Medal of Honor. It's 5 to 10 minutes of her fucking time and means the entire world to us. That shit should be like clockwork imprinted in them, like us going to work is. Oh, so tell me why your marriage failed. Listing XYZ false. They always fail because my lazy wife stops doing her job that she agreed to when she made vows. If she doesn't want to do it, then don't take the fucking vows and die alone. Sorry, I just had to rant today and blow off some steam. So, asshole? This I'd like to also go on the record and say that the views of OP definitely do not, match those of ours.
Did we just read that?
You didn't. I did. Out loud for the internet to hear. Which is why I reiterated at the beginning, because I had a feeling.
The first comment here. Can't make his wife orgasm for 500.
I do want to see.
Look.
Go ahead.
Look. I don't want to get crucified for what I'm about to say. I really don't. I really fucking don't. I don't agree with him.
Not at all.
But.
Uh-oh. I'm a exit.
I do think that it is. So another thing that Sam and I have discussed before, which I believe you share the same sentiment as me, is I have a very strong proponent to a strong sexual chemistry between you and your partner.
Yep.
And that includes, you know, really keeping that magic alive, because to some people it does mean a lot. To some people that is their love language, is the physical intimacy. It doesn't even have to be, you know, penetrative sex. It could just be like truly just laying naked together if you really wanted to go that route. Everybody has their own needs. This was an exhausting over exaggeration with a strong proponent of what felt like misogyny.
Yeah.
And that is not okay.
Mm-mm.
You need to go take a nap, have a wank, and then talk to your wife when you're done.
I would
post
maybe
nut
go
clarity.
ahead and even do like some couples counseling for that.
Yeah,
Like,
but post nut clarity is going to really help you out here, pal.
Yeah.
Wow. Like,
yeah.
okay. I'll cap it by saying this. I get what he was trying to say.
Yeah.
But he fucking failed at saying it.
Yeah, you're 100% right. There is a real problem at the core of this, but it is snowballed into like, and the guy is probably just already a douchebag beforehand. Based like, if somebody's going to be typing like that, like I lose respect for you immediately.
Oh yeah.
But definitely a problem at the core of this that probably either he hasn't addressed, she hasn't addressed, more than likely he hasn't addressed in a constructive way, at least. And yeah, it snowballed into this wonderful ball of misogyny and bullshit. What?
If I may offer a piece of advice to OP here.
Absolutely, go ahead.
I'd like to amend what I said previously. I wouldn't beat your meat just yet. You might want to take a second to take a breather, because I feel like you're going to rip that thing off if you're this mad. Like,
yeah, there's nothing worse than an angry wank. So.
Fucking
like, God fucking damn it! This guy's lost so much in the stocks today.
Oh my God, dude!
I would see this guy being a finance bro, 100%.
Yeah. 100%, dude. 100%.
No offense to any finance bros that might be watching our show, but you know what I'm talking about. So,
solid 4 to 5 times a day.
Yep.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah. No. Asshole. 100% asshole.
Asshole.
Yeah. And truly, like, I think this ended up on Am I the Devil solely because, again, I think where he's at makes sense. He's probably frustrated because him and his wife aren't communicating, right? But you went about it such a wrong fucking way that you got deemed in the top 3 of this year. Dude, like, take a breather, bro. Put the keyboard down.
Yep.
You could have simply asked, instead of, where did you post this? r/divorce_men. Instead of doing that, you could have gone to r/relationship advice and gone, hey, women of Reddit, guy here, question. What might be the reason you don't want to have physical intercourse with your husband? Just checking, feeling kind of low. Heart, OP.
Also, maybe just wild theory, but maybe before you do that on Reddit, do that to your wife in that same exact tone. Like, hey.
No, that makes sense.
Well, fuck me then, I guess, right?
We are the lousy show, sir. Okay, need you calm the fuck down.
Sorry, I had to chill out. We're on a roll of too much good shit. So,
hey, careful.
I'm not rolling it. I don't care what you say.
You better be careful.
Nope.
You're edging, much like he is.
Yeah, man's been a champion edger for the last probably 7 years.
Dude's Randy Marsh toting his balls around in a wheelbarrow right now.
I think we can move on from this one.
Yeah, asshole. You say asshole.
Asshole. Yeah.
Well, I almost guarantee I know what y'all are gonna say. Let us know in the comments on this one too.
Yep.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching the video so far. While you're here, click the subscribe button to become a lousy listener. And also click that join button. For $2.99, you can have access to exclusive emotes and also get some cool features like interacting with Joe and I. Also, click the link in the description to join our Discord. Back to the video.
All right. Is it me?
It's you.
It's me. All right. The second highest rated on Am I the Devil in the year of our Lord 2024. I don't want to read the Am I the Devil title.
Maybe just read the relationship advice one. I mean, like it'll be on the screen; they can see it. So if you're like cleaning, maybe put something down.
Yeah,
and read for a sec. Yeah.
To his point, if you want to hear or if you want to see what that title says, you got to look at your screen.
Yeah, we understand we're treated like a podcast on this, and that's totally fine. You do you, but you might want to read the screen for just a second.
Also, make sure to shower and clean your drawers. All right,
mm-hmm. And maybe be nice to your loved ones, unlike these people.
Well, we're back to r/relationship advice.
Yep.
And with this, I, 30 male, am starting to resent my wife, 30 female, for not being my ex. What steps to take to rebuild our relationship? I'm going to read that again to make sure I understand it. I, 30 male, am starting to resent my wife, 30 female, for not being my ex. What steps to take to rebuild our relationship? Background. I've been with my wife, Erin, for 7 years and married for 5, and we have a 2-year-old. 2 years ago, I fell in love with the greatest woman ever, Diamond. I never cheated on my wife before that, and we have another cheater. And I still say I didn't. What we had was true love.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Disclaimer, my wife is a kind soul, but we don't have that spark that we used to. I miss the spark, intensity, and the passion that we had in the beginning of our relationship. I filed for divorce to be with Diamond like we agreed, but for reasons unknown, Diamond got cold feet. My relationship with Diamond lasted 11 months. Afterwards, my wife and I got back together because the divorce wasn't official yet. Now Erin is a great woman, but she's not Diamond. After getting back together with Erin, every little thing she does bothers me. The way she gets dressed to go to work, the way she makes my coffee, everything. Unfortunately, I began taking it out on her by starting arguments and being snappy. Erin is a great person and doesn't deserve that. Fallout. I realized I needed to take a step back after what happened last night. My wife put the baby to sleep and said she was going to shower and head to bed early. She asked if I wanted a snack or something before I go to bed. I said no. She said she loves me and kissed me on the cheek. I didn't say anything and she said, "Why don't you love me?" She said, "I'm doing everything I can, but you, I don't know." I just told her point blank, "You're not her." That hurt her a lot. She just went upstairs, and when I joined her an hour later, she was still crying. She cried all night in the master bathroom and that I couldn't get sleep. She stopped and went to bed finally at 3:30 in the morning. I feel so fucking terrible and I want to do my part to rebuild our passion. Please help any way you can. I hate that I just had to read that. I need you to know I hate everything about that story.
Yeah. Brother fell in love with a stripper.
I'm in love with a stripper.
Is this T-Pain? No. T-Pain wouldn't do this.
I fucked a mermaid.
T-Pain might do this. No, I'm just kidding. Based off his lyrics. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll tag T-Pain. Get him on the show.
I would love to have T-Pain on the show.
That'd be fucking sick,
his
dude.
takes would be amazing. If anybody knows T-Pain, let's connect. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
Wow. I don't even know where to begin.
You don't. Truly.
I think just at this point, just save yourself both the trouble and finalize that divorce.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like this is just emotional manipulation at this point. To her. Like
what really blows my mind here is you're not even remotely mad at Diamond. Like you're not even upset that Diamond got cold feet and just jetted. You were going to leave your wife for this woman and she was like, "Nope, bye." Instead, you're going to tell your wife, the woman who has put up with your shit, you're not her. And then you're going to complain you couldn't get sleep when your wife was bawling her eyes out in the bathroom until 3:30 in the morning? Look, y'all, I'm not for capital punishment, but if castration were on the table,
I'm for capital punishment. Let's just take him out. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What as I said before? This person can vote.
Yeah. 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 Yep. This one's open shut. This
Easily.
asshole. There's nothing to redeem. There's nothing to work on. Like, I'm glad he's at least regretting it a little bit, but it's not even for the right reasons. Like, it's just because he couldn't get to Diamond. Like, he's going for sloppy seconds. He's going for leftovers. He's not going in it to try to have a relationship for the sake of the love between them. He's going at it probably for, not being lonely, and hopefully for the 2-year-old. The thing is, this motherfucker didn't mention that 2-year-old once, except to say he has a 2-year-old. So, like, it's just another possession. It's another fucking coat in the closet. It's another statue on the shelf. Like, just do them a favor and just leave.
Yeah.
Just get the fuck out.
I mean, it sounds like that's what he wanted to do anyways.
Yeah.
And what's worse too, I feel bad for Erin, not just for the fact that she's being emotionally manipulated at this point. Like, the amount of therapy she's going to fucking need after this is probably insane.
Yeah.
But it's stuff like this where if Erin ever wanted to get back into the dating scene or try and find a new partner, do you know how fucking hard it's going to be for her to do that?
She's not gonna be able to trust anybody, and I don't blame her after that. Like, I feel so bad for her. She doesn't deserve any of that.
Absolutely not. She doesn't. Like, it
Unless
sounds
she
to me like
dated
Erin is. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, unless she happened to cheat on a dude named Onyx or some shit. I don't know. We're just naming people after rocks right now. So,
I mean, I don't. I know there are shitty people in the world, but people don't fucking deserve that. She doesn't deserve that. And Diamond, don't think you're out of the fucking woods on this one, you homewrecker.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, I fell in love with the greatest woman.
Maybe
ever,
that's
Diamond.
why she got cold feet. Maybe she was like, oh wait, I'm really fucking some shit up. I need to reevaluate my life. Like I do this, like, yeah, that.
Oh, you mean I'm about to be a stepmom? No, I'm not. Bye. Because also what kills me too, disclaimer, my wife is the kind soul, but we don't have that spark that we used to. I miss the spark, intensity, and the passion that we had in the beginning of our relationship. And then jumps into immediately, I filed for divorce to be with Diamond. Motherfucker, that you signed on for the marriage. This is not a business agreement. You took vows.
It is a shame. A lot of people view marriage as the bureaucratic process that it is in the government. And that's not how it should be looked at. Like, not everybody, of course. There are some people like OP here that view it that way, is what I'm saying.
And OP deserves to get a swift steel-toe boot, square up his ball sack, pushing them into his throat, replacing his Adam's apple.
Yep.
Asshole.
I
don't even want to get in the comments.
Nope.
Truly.
They're just going to reiterate what we've said. Like, it's.
I shouldn't have read that first comment. Oh, shit. That makes sense. The first one was by a deleted user, but they said they have a 2-year-old. He cheated on her 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. You cheated on your wife while she was pregnant, you piece of fucking shit. Yeah,
he's getting the chair. All right.
All right. Last story.
Yep.
And what do y'all say? Let us know in the comments. I don't think y'all are gonna disagree with us here, but
No, he's getting the chair for sure.
yeah.
Me? Yes. All right.
Send us home.
On this was originally posted on r/relationships. The Am I the Devil title is Did I, 32 male, ruin my marriage? The r/relationships title is Did I, 32 male, ruin my marriage by requesting a DNA test?
It turns out he's 120% a bitch.
Probably. Let's find out. My 32 male wife, 31 male, gave birth to our newborn baby 3 months ago, and I thought things were fine. However, my wife did not. 2 months in, my wife approached me saying that she was exhausted from taking care of the baby alone, and she asked me why I wasn't helping. I told her that I thought I was helping, but she pointed out that I never get up at night, I never get the baby while it's crying, never change the baby, or do anything. After some talking, I admitted that I was apprehensive about helping, and she asked why. I thought it was going to cause a fight, so I tried to change the subject. She told me that I should just tell her because if I didn't, she was going to her parents' house for help until she went back to work. I didn't want that, so I told her that I wanted a DNA test. She said she wished I would have told her this when she found out she was pregnant. I didn't understand that, but she agreed to it. She didn't seem mad or upset. She just said that I could set it up and we'd get it done because she didn't want to make the baby alone, or she didn't make the baby alone, so she shouldn't have to care for it alone. We did the test, and when we got the results back, I told her and showed them to her. She didn't say anything about it. She just asked if I felt safe enough to help now. I said yes. Soon after that, I noticed her behavior started to change with me and my family. Everything changed, and she started staying in different parts of the house, parts I wasn't in at the time. Finally, I asked her about it recently, and she said that she's lost all respect for me. She said she spent 10 years of her life with me faithfully just for me to slap her in the face with a DNA test request. I explained that I didn't think she had been unfaithful, but I just needed to be sure. She said that she's trying to work through it, but everything I say sounds moronic to her, and we should just leave it where it is. I thought if I showed her videos and had her listen to podcasts about DNA tests, she'd understand. But after the last one, she said she was going to stay with her parents. I don't know what's happening or how to fix it. She wasn't even mad when I asked for it. I feel like she isn't hearing what I'm saying. It isn't that serious, and if she could just understand my perspective, I think she'll adjust hers. She's not even against DNA tests, so I'm unsure to what her issue is. I don't know. TLDR, I think I ruined my marriage because I asked for a DNA test. She gave me the DNA test, but now she says she doesn't respect me. Why do we do this episode today?
It sounded good in the moment. I will.
I guess we've had a string of not so heavy ones, so
yeah, and then
just go as heavy as we possibly fucking could.
I could sum this up really easily for us.
Go right ahead.
OP says, I didn't think you weren't faithful, but I just felt like I had to be sure. So you just told your wife to her face you don't think she was unfaithful, but you had to get a DNA test to be sure.
It was gaslighting 101. It's great.
Like, in the first portion of the story, I was on his side. And the reason I was is because I was going to go with our age-old statement. You need to communicate. I'm not even going to do the bit. I don't want to do the bit. I've lost all respect for OP. He doesn't deserve the bit. But I was going to say, you have to communicate. If you're feeling a certain kind of way, especially as a dad of 2 kids, if you're feeling a certain way, you have to communicate, period. Yep. If you don't communicate, especially in that first year of that kid's life, when everything's stressful, shit's going to go sideways so fast. In the first half, like I said, you got to communicate. Hey, I'm just feeling really weird. Maybe you can help me clear my head up a little bit. Especially for the fact that you weren't helping your wife with the baby, which is something you should fucking be doing regardless.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to be clear and be like, hey, just ease my anxieties for a second. Have you at any given time been unfaithful? No. Okay. Thank you. It's a fair thing to think. Why? Because our brains do stupid shit. In the most intense and stressful times, you're going to have the most insane thoughts, and your brain's going to make you believe them, even if they're not true. And anybody out there who says I'm fucking wrong, you're fucking wrong. You know it happens. All of us do it. We have irrational thoughts all the time.
Yep.
But then in the second half, you wanted to fucking gaslight your wife by saying, well, I don't think you've been unfaithful, but here's a DNA test to prove that. So you did think she was unfaithful enough to go get a fucking DNA test done. Turns out I was right. You 100% a bitch. And you expect your wife to fucking be okay with this? After she has been dogging herself out, taking care of the baby.
I don't get it. I don't know how somebody can actually say, I explained that I didn't think she had been unfaithful, but I just needed to be sure. And think that that's a totally normal thing at this point. You know, like it's asshole. I don't know what to say at this point. I'm just gonna get mad.
Wait, did OP respond? Hold up. Oh no, okay.
Did you check
the OP of the Am I the Devil post responded. So I see a comment down below. It said they quoted, she wasn't even mad when I asked for it. She wasn't mad at the time because she's too fucking exhausted to even get mad for having to raise your kid alone, you numpty. I hope OP's wife leaves his dumbass. The person who posted into Am I the Devil said, this motherfucker has never seen a woman be just completely over his shit before, clearly, or he's too thick to know. Like, I don't even, I think that truly, especially because, again, anybody out there who's a parent, you understand this. Sam, I know you watched me go through this. When you have a kid, your brain is on autopilot. You had, like, there are so many things that you're taking care of a human fucking being. If one person's doing that alone, the amount of stress and exhaustion on that one individual is insane. Yeah. She probably didn't even take you seriously in the moment because she probably didn't even fucking hear you. And then you went and got it done.
So in the original post, OP did respond to a number of things. Like, for example, the first one that I saw here was somebody commented, what were you trying to accomplish by refusing to care for your child until you'd gotten the DNA test to prove your wife wasn't cheating like you thought she was? Did you at any point tell your wife you weren't going to help her with your baby until you had proof of paternity? OP responded saying, no, it wasn't like that. I didn't tell her that, give me the test or else. I told her that I didn't know if I can help until I knew for sure. I honestly wasn't trying to be a douche to her. And then on another one, so are you asking for advice on how to manipulate her to understand that you weren't helping with raising your child because you don't believe and trust your wife? OP responded saying, I'm not trying to manipulate her into anything. I just feel like the situation isn't so bad that we have to get a divorce. And then, like, there's a few of them. Like, did probably like 8 responses.
I'm baffled, dude.
Here's a big one that he's responded to. Hang on. This will be the last one I read because I know I'm kind of tired of it.
I'm over this. I'm over this story.
This will be the last one. So, counterpoint. One of my friends just found out his 4-year-old is biologically his former best friend's. He never suspected, definitely not the norm, but seeing it firsthand has fucked up my perspective on this. Edit, though I agree, if you're concerned, you can test clandestinely. However, I would hope a couple could talk about these sorts of fears/concerns without it being an accusation. That conversation shouldn't start with, I want a DNA test. OP said, yes, I have 2 friends who have been through this exact thing, and it's partially why I asked. One of my friends are still on the hook for the child that isn't his. I didn't just wake up one day and look at YouTube, then think my wife was a cheater or was out to get me. I just thought maybe that they could help express my feelings. You should have done that 20 months ago or however long it's been. Yeah, dude's an asshole. We'll just leave it there.
Yep.
This happens to be his username if you want to look at the comments.
Have fun
Yourself.
Tell them the Lousy Show sent you. All right. Yeah. No, that wraps Am I the Devil year in review. Top 4 of the year.
Yep. Good job to Am I the Devil. They were all assholes, and we agree wholeheartedly.
Couldn't disagree if we wanted to.
Nope. Nothing to audit here. It was everything's up to tip-top shape.
Yeah. Another Wendy's faux. Except this one's a Wendy's nuts faux. Anyways, subscribe to the channel, like the video, let us know in the comments what you think. Do you disagree with us? If you do, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.